Hello my lovelies, how are you? Happy Tuesday. I hope you are enjoying the sunshine. We have got the most beautiful sunny day again here today, which was nice. For a nice weekend, I got lots done. Finished one of the samples needed. It's not quite finished, it needs borders on it, but managed to get that done and the pattern written ready for next Saturday for those of you who are coming on the curved floral class. Orders galore this morning, crazy amount of orders, so we've sorted all that. We're trying to get ready because the shop is shut tomorrow because we are away in Neath. We're going to the Wednesday Stitches group because I'm teaching a class down there and Sarah's doing a pop-up shop. So yeah, it's just non-stop trying to get ready for festival, just all sorts of nonsense going on. Hi Anne, hi Jean, hello my darlings, hope you're all well. We are going to do the raffle today, so I've got you all in here, okay. We had a little raffle. We've been given these Liberty bundles by one of our suppliers. These are brand new, they're not in the shops yet, so these are like our sample bundles. There's 15 fat quarters, one of the Christmas one and then one of the new craft garden one. I'll do it on the overhead in a minute and you can have a little look. So we did it as a raffle. Lots and lots of you entered, so we're going to pull that one in a moment. So if I just go over to the overhead in a second, we're just going to quickly show you these in a bit more detail. You can't buy raffle tickets, I'm afraid. It's all what's the word, they're all gone. It finished at midnight last night. Tanya, good afternoon. I was away for the class. I'm away for a weekend in the Forest of Dean. It's Saturday class only in person. It is lovely. That's an in-person class, the one not this Saturday, it's the 19th of July that one's for, so it's next Saturday, but that is an in-person class, not not an online one. So this is the Liberty festive greetings, and if I just go to the close-up, you can see it's got all these beautiful houses in the snow. You've got snowflakes in there. That's really pretty with the little gold stars on it. All sorts of yumminess in there. Little parcels. That's really pretty. Little snow scenes, holly, and then you've all your traditional colours all the way through. You've got 15 fat quarters in there. You gutted you missed out on the raffle. It didn't look. There's a shame, lovely. We will have more raffles, I promise. And this one's called Craft Garden. These will be available in August to buy. So these, again, really beautiful. They're very William Morris-esque. It's all based on I think it's his designs, the Craft Garden, like those Art Nouveau ones. I like that one with the little lemons and all on. Really pretty. So we've got two prizes. We're going to draw the raffle first for this one, okay? So I've got my bowl, all right, and all of your names, all the tickets are in there, okay? So we're going to give it a good, promise I'm not looking, I'm giving it a really good shake up like this. Okay, so the first one is the Craft Garden bundle. I shut my eyes and I'm going to go there. That one there. Okay, so it's a green one. It's 405 and that is going to Irene Eastwood. Irene, this one's coming to you, lovely. You're getting the Craft Garden one. Congratulations, Irene. And then the festive one, which is Festive Greetings. I'm going to do that again. So I'm going round and round. There we go. We'll give them a really good mix. And drum roll, somebody, please. Okay. Oh, hang on. There we go. I'm going to go with... Oh, hang on. That one there. There we go. They're all stuck together. That one there. This is number 26, and that is going to Claire Roach. Okay, so that's a yellow, number 26 to Claire Roach. And then the other one was number 405 going to Irene Eastwood. Okay, so there we go, my lovelies. Thank you for everybody who joined in, and we will get these out in the post to you, those to the winners. Fabulous. Thank you for everybody who joined in. I mean, you get 2 or 3 quilts out of that. There's a lot of fabric there if you put some nice background fabrics and all there. Right, what are we doing? We are, what are we doing? we are going to be making a block today. My brain was like, I can't remember what I'm doing next. So we're going to do a block called Hidden Wells. So I'm going to go over to the overhead after all the excitement of the raffle is done. And we are going to, this is done with leftover jelly roll strips. Catherine, will you be stocking the Moda Winter Friends fabrics with red cardinal birds? Possibly. I can check for you because we'll know what's coming in the next few days on our spreadsheet. I will check for you when I get back, lovely. Okay. So this is done with 2.5 inch strips. Okay. It can be done with any size strips though, but I am using leftover jelly roll strips as I do with lots of these blocks. And we're going to make a strip set to start with of 4 strips. Now, if you're one of those really organised people who cut up all their scraps into 2.5 inches or 5-inch squares and stuff, you could absolutely make this really, really scrappy. Or you could do this with leftover jelly roll strips that are already pre-cut for you, and you could make a nice cushion or something if you didn't have a lot of the 2.5 inch strips for a quilt. So first things first, I've already sewn those 2 together. We're just going to sew a set of 4 together as a strip set. So I'm going to put these 2 together, right sides together, and we're going to stitch all the way down the jelly roll like that, okay, with 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then we're going to put these 2 with those 2 to make a strip set. So let's go over here, and this is just nice straight line stitching all the way down, and we're going to just go for it. So 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way down the jelly roll strips. So what have you all been up to? Tanya's in the Forest of Dean, which is lovely. Is anybody else? Anne's going on away this weekend as well. Anybody else doing anything nice? Are you enjoying the sunshine? Have you got any plans? What are you doing, peeps? There we go. So I'm going to go all the way down this one. I could have made these smaller, I suppose, really, and done half a jelly roll strip at a time. Do say hello if you're there, my lovelies. Let me know that you're watching. Has anybody got holidays planned? I'm looking forward to mine. It's not till August, but I'm very much looking forward to having a week off and just stopping because it's loopy. There we go. So down that one. You've started on Christmas makes in your craft group. Lovely, fabulous. You've got to start Christmas early. And Marion, you're watching the tennis. Good plan. Good plan. I haven't seen any of the tennis this year so far. I just haven't had a chance. What we're going to do now is we're just going to iron this one out like that. So give it a good press all the way down, and then we're going to put these 2 pairs together to make a strip set of 4. Okay. Now, I very stupidly left the little sample I made in my bag, which is over at the shop. So I can't show you the finished block until we get there. Watching Wimbledon as well, absolutely. Yeah, you've got to watch it. Got to watch a bit of the tennis. I love the tennis. Always watch. I mean, we've not just, my husband's a massive tennis fan, so we have it on all the time. But I literally haven't had a chance to watch any of it this time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put these 2 on top of these 2 and make that strip set. So another line of sewing all the way down there. You're going on holiday in 2 weeks, Amsterdam and the Norwegian Fjords cruise. Lovely. Catherine, you're watching lots of tennis from Wimbledon. You turn into a couch potato. Good girl. It's an excuse, isn't it? Excuse, well, I'm watching the tennis. I don't have to do the garden. I don't, put a load of washing out and then you've done something then. Sandra, you're watching on your lunch break. Oh, fabulous. Here we go. All the way down. So we're making this little strip set. Now you can do this block with any amount of strip sets, okay? We've got, you can have, you could do it with 3, 4, 5. You could, you could put 10 strips together if you wanted to. It really doesn't matter. Just lining these up as I go, making sure that. Oh, there you go, Catherine. I think Sarah's just answered. I can't quite read the comment. Hi, Claire. How are you, love? There we go. And there we go. Right. now we're going to do some measuring and cutting. So back over to here, and I'm going to quickly press this one out. There we go, like that. And press that one out there. So I've got a nice strip set of 4. But like I said, it could be any amount of strips because we're going to be measuring anyway and cutting. So it doesn't really matter. It could be 5, 6, it, could go up to 10 if you wanted to. But I'm just doing it with 4 for easiness today. Hi Nikki, how are you, love? You're watching the tennis whilst in Spain. It's so hot, even the locals are moaning. Wow, really? Oh, I mean, it's just not, I mean, it's about 23 down here today, so it's nice sunny without being sticky hot. So, Claire, you're watching when your grandson has a nap. You've timed it well, Dave. Excellent. Right, next thing you want to do is you want to measure your strip set, okay? So we're going to measure down, and it should measure 8.5, which it does. So we're going to cut 8.5-inch squares. So I'm going to cut along here. Just going to trim off this edge to start with, like that. And I'm again just using a line on the ruler just to get that nice and straight. And then we're going to cut these down to 8.5 inches. So let me just get that lined up there, like that. So 8.5. Another one, like that, 8.5 there. And then again, you could use your shape cut if you've got a shape cut. That would work really well for this. And then get one more out of it, like that. There we go. I could probably, I could just actually get a 5th one, but I'm just, 4's plenty. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to put 2 like that. Okay. And then we're going to put so having the blue at the top, okay, we're then going to put that the opposite way. So you've got them going 1, 2, 3, 4 horizontally, and then you're going 1, 2, 3, 4 vertically on top, like that. Okay. And the same on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 vertically. So you've got 1 horizontal, 1 vertical. Oh, excuse me. I still can't get rid of this cough. It's driving me potty. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut these in half diagonally twice. So I'm going to cut from that corner to that corner. There we go. And then we're going to cut the same way that corner to that corner, like that. There we go. I'm going to put that to one side, and exactly the same on this one. Oh, that's just moved a little bit. Let's just put that back in line. Here we go. So that corner to that corner, and then diagonally that way as well. So you've done it on both sides. And now you get to play. Okay, so I'm going to start with just one block to start with. What we're going to do is we're going to take these apart, so you've got these lovely triangles. Oh, come on, it doesn't want to come apart. Okay, so I've got one there, so I've got vertical ones and horizontal ones, like that and like that. So I've got vertical on that side, horizontal, vertical, and then you can put them together. Okay, so you're going to do this. Okay, so you can see what you're playing around with is all these different shapes. Okay, so can you see how you've made something completely different there? You can put them together like this and make blocks that look like that. Okay, can you see how I'm getting these arrows, and then when I do it with these ones, you've got blocks that look like that. So you've got stripy blocks going like that, and then these ones would go on the side, and you get all sorts of unusual secondary patterns happening. Sorry, I need to move over a little bit, don't I? Let me go on the camera. Can you see how you're getting all different sorts of things happening? Okay, you can also then, if I take this one and that one, take those 4 off there. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, that's it there, and there if you alternate them. So if you put a vertical stripe and a horizontal stripe together like that, okay, we're going to do the same here. So a vertical stripe and a horizontal stripe like that, and turn them. Can you see you're starting to get there? So a vertical and a horizontal. There we go. There. Like that. Hang on. Got to get it the right way. There it is. There we go. Like that. And then a vertical and a horizontal. We're going to put that one into there, and then that one will go out like that. Okay. Can you see you're getting like diamonds? So there are just so many different patterns that you can create. So if I just move this over that way, and we'll do the same with this. So I have 4 jelly roll strips. You get, hang on, I got it, that bit goes into the middle. There we go, middle, middle, middle. Hang on, and just move that out of the way a second. Middle, here's the other one, middle. Okay, like that, and then that goes on point. So you then put the horizontals like that, and that, and that, and that. There we go. So that when you put those blocks together, I'll do that for you so you can see, you get all like these lovely, interesting sort of like arrows and all happening here as well. Okay, so there's so many options with this. Okay, there's lots and lots you can do with it to, like, you know, play around with it and make all sorts of different patterns. You know, if you put a little bit of sashing in between them, you know, you could do something, you know, all, I mean, I think it would make a beautiful table runner. You know, if you were to do maybe another 4 jelly rolls, so 8 jelly rolls. So, you know, those new strip sets we've got, they've got 15 jelly roll strips in them. You could do, if you use 12 of them in that colour range, you could make a most beautiful table runner to go right down the centre of a table, you know, because that's was 4 jelly roll strips, which makes 2 full blocks. So out of 8, you'd get another 4, 12, you'd get, yeah, what would you get? You get 6 of these, which are going to be a really nice size with a border on it. It's like a chain effect, it is, isn't it? Because this here looks like it's sat on top of these ones here as well. So there's lots and lots you can do with it. Putting them together is really simple. I'll put just like 2 together here for you, just so that you can see it. But really, you can play around with it. You know, you could have it with them all going that way, like that, so it creates like a cross in the centre with that border going round and everything. You know, play around with it. Have a little, you know, have a little go at what you think might work and stuff. The whole point of this is it's so simple to do that strip set, cut them down. You know, if you do, like we're saying, 5 strip sets, you'd get a much wider piece, you know, because these blocks will be bigger. You're going to put them together just really simply, like if you're doing this one on the diagonal. Okay, so I'm just going to put those right sides together and stitch down there 1/4 of an inch. But yeah, you don't have to do that one effect. There's so much you can do to get them all sorts of different patterns with it from a really simple strip set. There we go. If I just stitch that one really quickly. There we go. We'll just press that out. Just press that one out, and again I'd press it out to this long one because you've got less bulk there. Press that like that. Give that a good iron. There we go. And then what would that square up to? Let's just have a little look. Move all this out of the way a second. Square that up to 5.5. Yeah, that would square up nicely. So I'm using the long diagonal along the seam, making sure that my 5.5 and 5.5 are in the fabric, so I can trim off there and there, like that, and then turn it, and I can do exactly 5.5 by 5.5. So it's going to make a 10.5 inch block using 4, isn't it? Just trim off those bits there, like that. And you would do that then with all of your sets, all of your little pieces. and you'd make this really, really pretty. That one's going to go there, isn't it? There we go, in there. This pretty sort of chain effect. You know, it's called hidden wells because this is the well in the middle. But you don't have to do it like this. You know, there was so, you know, I showed you so many different options. You know, putting different ones together. You can put, you know, your long ones together. You can make all sorts of, you know, if you put two like that and then two like that, what would that, can you see? You can make sort of blocks that have got like quite deep arrow shapes and stuff as well. You know, so play around with it. You know, it's a really easy little one, particularly if you've got some scraps there. Just make yourself up some strip sets and cut into it and play around with it and see what you can create. Quite like that one as well, where you've got those, that sort of, if I do that, hang on 2 seconds, let me just put that one together as well. So that would go there, that would go there, and then those would go in there and there. That's quite interesting as well. You've got all sorts of things happening with there as well, again with sort of secondary patterns and stuff happening, or use mix and match them. You know, maybe have these colours against the greens and stuff. Actually, that one and that one. Okay, you know, so have a play around with it. It's a really, really easy block to do with lots, exactly, Jean, lots and lots of options. Lots and lots you've got there. Hey, back again. So yeah, loads and loads you can do there, guys. Lots to play around with. Oh, what's that there? Right. Got a message coming through. My phone's on silent, someone's trying to ring me. That's it today. It was just a little idea of how to use up some leftover jelly roll strips, or if you cut them out of 2.5 inches. It's a really, you know, really interesting way of playing around with it and creating all sorts of beautiful patterns. Congratulations to the raffle winners. We are at Wednesday Stitches tomorrow, but I will be back tomorrow afternoon and we're going to do the French Roses technique. So we're going to do that tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. and then Sarah is back at 1 o'clock with I Knows You Know at 1 o'clock on Thursday. I think that's everything then. Yeah, I'll get these out in the post to well done to Eileen and Claire, and we'll see you real soon. Take care, my lovelies. See you tomorrow. Bye.